Hello, everybody.
Frick.
What's with the frick?
I closed down my YouTube to open that damn thing you wanted me to.
Yep. Welcome in, everybody. We
YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube and iTub.
WeTub. But
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast.
that podcast being sweet nostalgia. As always, this is a
You
beast.
sound good.
I'm your dude, your boob. I'm your boob.
I'm your boob.
I'm your boob. Ryan, always joined by the nefarious James. Shoot,
Nefarious. Evildoer.
he's a fairy.
Why?
I
Why
don't know.
gotta be a fairy?
It was in there. It was in there. It was in the pipeline, ready to go.
You had it tucked away for a little bit there.
What?
I said you had it tucked away there.
Yeah, I was just ready to go.
Just ready to call me a fairy.
I had to call you something, like right out of the bat off. I gotta set the precipice of the podcast for the people, coming in, to know that we're a show where we just dog on each other all the fucking time,
Oh yeah.
all the freaking time. I'm trying to get better about F-bombs in the podcast, but we'll see how well that
If
goes.
one of us needs to, it's definitely you.
Oh yeah. But welcome
It's
everybody.
because we have it ingrained in our heads that saying the F word just puts emphasis on everything, and there's other words that we can use to do that.
Oh yeah, there's like 1,000 other words. Or we could replace it with something like frick.
Frick. What the
You know.
frick, dude?
Or our fack, or something less abrasive.
Fack is a little close, though.
Fack.
What the fack?
Yeah, it's close,
I don't know, dude.
but it's not it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's like what we talked about on the last podcast, soaking. It's close,
Oof.
but it's not it.
Close. It's close, man.
But it's not it. You know what I mean? You gotta,
That's
you gotta
funny.
find those moral workarounds. You know what I mean?
Moral workaround, though.
To keep it in. Keep the sins in. Keep
the
it
sins
sin.
locked up. Sin free.
Yeah. Welcome, guys, to the podcast.
Moving on.
We're here hanging out talking about Sonic. Something a lot of people love, something a lot of people hate.
Most people, I'd say.
I think Sonic gets some.
I think there are more people that don't like Sonic than there are people who like Sonic. Well, no, I can't really say that. I think there are more people who don't like the Sonic games than there are people who like the Sonic games. But Sonic as a whole, I don't think people innately hate.
Sonic as a
You know
whole.
what I mean?
Okay, so this is what I'll say right off the top. Sonic in a whole. He's in a
What about
hole.
Sonic in a hole?
He's in a hole. He needs to find his way out.
He's in a hole. Hear me out. Sonic in a hole. New game idea.
Yeah, new story, new plot, new lore. Sonic in a hole.
Sonic digs a hole simulator.
There is a hole digging simulator
I
game.
saw it.
It
actually
looks
kinda
fun.
Looks fun.
It looks
fun as shit.
genuinely fun. But no, Sonic as a whole, I think it's good. Like the lore is fun. It's a fun time. You got a cool character. He runs
dude,
fast.
I was reading. I don't know a lot about Sonic. Mostly because I'm on the side that doesn't really enjoy Sonic too much. I've said it before. Anthropomorphic animals, man. I'm not a big fan. It's like it has to be done right for me to be able to enjoy it, and I just don't like Sonic. I just
What?
don't
So like
enjoy
a
that
Lola Bunny type situation, or like what do you mean?
much.
Is that done right for you? Is that right?
Hey, man. If she's got it, she's got it. You know what I'm saying?
Got that
No,
Space
but,
Jam. You know what I mean?
No, but I did say that I don't like Looney Tunes a whole lot because of that. But I mean, anthropomorphic animals, like if it's funny enough for me, like Camp Lazlo, I enjoy because I think it's funny enough. You know what I mean? But like, I don't enjoy it because there's anthropomorphic animals and they're acting silly, I enjoy it because it's silly.
Because of the
Yeah.
you know the
But
shenanigans
no,
that they're getting into.
I don't like Sonic a whole lot, but I have played some Sonic games. Sonic Heroes, of course, one of the better ones.
We're
me,
playing
at
it right
least.
now.
I know it's actually like no, I wish, but I know. Actually, surprisingly, it's not a very popular game with people. Sonic Heroes.
I don't know if I would say that because I mean it's pretty. I mean anybody that like knows Sonic a little bit like game wise, they've played
Well,
Heroes.
the only thing that they like it because it is Sonic with no Sonic in it, but I mean I guess there is Sonic in it, but not nearly as much. But like the main four are that like detective agency with Vector, the Croc, and the Bee Lady.
Yeah, I
I
forget
can
her
never
name.
remember their names.
Yeah, I can't remember the name either. But yeah, no, I'm playing Sonic Hero, replaying couple Sonic games right now because I've been having fun and you know in the vein of coming back
it's
and
Vector the Crocodile, Espio the Chameleon, and Charmy Bee.
yeah, Charmy. I should have known that because I'm literally replaying it all right now. But I'm replaying.
I think like the first level in that is all four of them, right? Or all three of them.
No, I mean you get a pick. You can be
Oh, yeah,
you can
that's
pick
true.
between
I
4
always
different
pick Vector.
groups. You can pick between Sonic, Shadow, a team with like Amy and Big and
Oh yeah,
whatever.
Big the Cat. Big the Cat was. I love Big the Cat.
I can't remember the other one's name. It's some kind of like I don't know, like I think like a fruit or a flower or some shit. And then the last one's with SBO and all of them. I don't remember. Cream. I think her name's Cream. Literally just Cream is her name. Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Me too.
But yeah, I'm replaying Heroes and DX, so Adventure. And I forgot how just fucking cooked DX is because I mean because it originally came out on like Dreamcast, I think. I don't remember, but because I think Adventure 2 and Adventure both came out like on Dreamcast or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But just how fucking dumb the game is, man, and just the voice acting and just like the shenanigans that they get onto, and like
When did Nintendo buy the rights to Sonic?
do they have the full rights, or do they just have like
Or Sega? Oh no, Sega still makes.
Sega's the one that created it, but I don't know if they like Sega doesn't make shit anymore. They haven't made anything and since I think the Dreamcast. But
They make games, but they don't make consoles.
but yeah, but I think like the only thing they make is Sonic. And
I don't think that's true either.
what other games does Sega put out? No, other than Sonic, because I mean Sonic is really like their only IP at this point.
They make the 2 Point games. Yeah, 2 Point Museum made by Sega just came out this year. They make Like a Dragon games.
Well, I mean,
They make Company of Heroes.
I think my statement still stands of like Sonic is like their only.
2 Point games are fun, dude. I mean, if you like simulators,
Yeah.
Like a Dragon, those games sell.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of them. But what was I saying? But yeah, no. Sonic as a whole, the lore, the time with it. I mean, it's always been a great IP. I think the character's great. The side characters are great. It's fun. You know, you got a great idea in a whole. Like, you know, take everything out of it and just think of just purely the idea of this like blue hedgehog and the Echidna and Tails and Shadow and
Hold on, did you say the Echidna and not call him Knuckles?
yeah. Just leaving it. That's all he is. No name. He's just an Echidna.
The Echidna.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
That one.
Have you seen the new Sonic
other one?
movies though?
I've seen the first two. I haven't seen the third one. I actually really
I
want
haven't
to see the
seen
third
any
one.
of them.
They're fun.
One of my favorite improv comedians, Ben Schwartz, does Sonic, and I've been thinking about watching him. To be honest with you,
He does a good job. It's still one of those things that I sit there and I think about, of like,
the Game Grumps are like big friends.
oh yeah, huge
Full
friends.
with Ben Schwartz. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's been on the show a lot, and
multiple
then
times.
they
He beat
did
all of Castlevania with him.
they did a charity live stream with him in it. But yeah, no, it's, like I was saying, Sonic as a whole, all the characters are fun. It's like a decent little story. You have like there is like a whole backstory to them of like, kind of the anthropomorphic characters have been on Earth kind of this whole time. We just didn't really know it,
Yeah.
but there's like a whole backstory of like where the Chaos Emeralds come from. They're like, the Chows are like gods that like turned into like those to like hide from these other people.
It
It's
weird.
deep. There's a lot of weird shit.
I know Knuckles is from the island that holds the Elder Emerald or Great Emerald,
the
or some
Master
shit like
Emerald
that.
or something like that.
Master
yeah, no.
Emerald,
So
yeah.
that emerald got like put onto Earth, and then they tried like attacking and like taking it or something like that. They attacked and they were looking for the Master Emerald and shit. There's a
Out
whole
of the most recent Sonic games that have come out, what's the most recent one you've played?
I think I touched a little bit of. I don't even remember what it was. It was like one that where you can create your own OC. But I literally just played it to help.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you can
There's
make your
an
own
OC creator and fucking
It was
a
one
Sonic
that
game?
came out good handful of years ago now. But and I only played it to beat a level for Bryce. Other than that, I didn't like play it. So the last
Sonic
like
Frontiers.
Frontier, yeah. Or Forces, I think. Was it?
Forces was 2017. Frontiers was 22.
I think it was Forces. Is the character is there like a bad guy with a mask for Forces?
It's Sonic with his kid. There's Robot Sonic.
I don't know. No, so yeah, I just did it to help beat a level for Bryce. So I don't know. It might be Frontiers or it might be Forces. I don't remember.
Frontiers came out on the Switch. Do you remember what platform it was on?
I don't remember. I think it came out on like
Christ.
all of them. It's been a long time, so it probably was 2017. Bryce is still living with his parents.
I mean,
so.
the most recent one I've played is Generations, back on the 360.
Yeah, the last time that I genuinely sat down and played a Sonic game, like before like replaying Heroes, was like Heroes or Battle 2, like Adventure 2.
Damn.
So it's been a long time since I've like sat down and like
Sonic Adventure 2, a 2001 game.
yeah. So it's been over 20 years since
Sonic Heroes, 2003, 2004.
since I've like genuinely sat down and played a Sonic game. So it's
Yeah, Generations was the last one I played, which was Sonic. And is that his kid? Or is that like...
no, this is old Sonic. This is like it's Sonic from like the Sega days, like on the Dreamcast and all that shit.
Oh, is that what that's supposed to be?
It's like a
new
Sonic from
and old Sonic?
Yeah, it's like a Sonic from the past kind of thing.
Oh.
He's just shorter and smaller, and he don't talk, because that was like a big thing that they made a whole point about in the game, is that he don't talk. But
He don't talk.
But yeah, no, like Sonic for me in a whole, like I think, like I said, it was like, it's great, it's cool, it's fun, but like, if we start to dive into the video games, as somebody that genuinely loves the video, I love the video games, not because they're good video games, because I'll tell you right
Because
now,
they're buggy trash and it's funny.
because they're shit video games. Even like the ones that we love, Adventure 2, Heroes, they're
Yeah.
Good, fun Sonic stories. They're good nostalgic times for like when I was however old in 2001 and 2003. And but as an adult, like if you were to get somebody to play it now, not only just because of like the graphical error, like the graphics or whatever, let's say we played it, let's say we were adults playing it and that was like top tier graphics. It's a shit game. It's buggy as fuck. They're all buggy as fuck.
Mechanically just bad.
Remember
trying to catch the fish as a
as big? Like in Adventure 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost
What a
impossible.
horrible
That damn
time.
thing just like invades you. Like Aaron was right to get pissed off in that. Like that
What
thing
a horrible time.
will just run away from you, or like you get it hooked and you try to reel it in and it just leaves every single time.
Yeah.
No, or like even in Adventure, the first one, it was like one of the first level. You start to go around like this loop or whatever, and it will like it happened to me. It will shoot you off. You will just come off the side of it, or there's this one part you start to go up a hill, and there's like a corner, and the game will just literally, and like I think it happened to Aaron too, and it happens to me. It happened to me just the other fucking day when I was playing it to gear up for this episode. It like sucks you in. Literally will suck you into the corner of the corner, and like throw you out of the map. Or
I don't. That's and as much as I like have seen of the Sonic games and stuff, I don't have patience for that kind of shit. So like, I would prefer not to play it. So I don't.
Well, like I'm sure they're way better now because like I was talking to Bryce like gearing up for this. Like he was meant to be on this, but things happen. But and he was telling me about the newest Sonic, and it was like Shadow Generations or some shit like that. You can play as Shadow or as Sonic, and you just pick. And he says it's fucking awesome. He said that it's like a mixture of Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, and Battle Adventure 2. Well, Adventure 2 Battles, whatever. So I was like, that sounds perfect. Sounds amazing. Like, because those are some of the nostalgic Sonic games for sure. They with or without issues, they're super nostalgic, and I think for me, that's all Sonic is. Like I said a little bit, Sonic is purely just nostalgic. Like the games.
Yeah, the first game came out in '91.
Yeah, like and like to talk about the games a little bit. Like like I said, the concept of it is great. It's awesome. Go fast, gotta go fast and shit like that. But like when you try to put
they released 4 Sonic games in 1991.
Really?
The launch of Sonic. There's Sonic the Hedgehog, 2D platformer. There's Sonic Eraser, which is a puzzle sporting and party game. One of those games. And then there's Waku Waku Sonic Patrol Car. Which is
one of
game.
those like Japanese ones or something like that.
I'm probably
It's a Sonic racing game where you are like different Sonic characters and you're running, because they're fast and shit like that. It's the controls are very 1990. You know what I mean? Like turning as a son of a bitch, but like you're bouncing into walls because you're going too fast, kind of thing. But it's fun. It's one of those shitty fun games,
Sonic Drift.
Dude, I forget what it's called, but like it's a time. It is
a
time to have a stroke is what it is. Time to put yourself down. But
Sonic R is what it is.
Sonic R, yeah, good time. Because it was like around the time of like Vector Man and stuff like that. Like because like Vector Man's good. I actually like Vector Man. You're literally just like a clump of little. You look like a DNA strand kind of thing, like the guy from Jurassic Park or whatever. He's like dinosaurs, that guy. And you're just like shooting shit and whatever. It's just like a 2D platformer, but it's fun. It was genuinely fun. But yeah, like I was saying, but Sonic as like a video game concept, cool. All of it, cool. But it just does not work because 90% of all the Sonic games, and like this has always been my issue with the Sonic games, like the whole point of the character is like go fast, gotta go fast. But the thing is,
where
you
like
can't.
the other characters have more depth to them than the main character.
Oh yeah,
does.
like there's way more depth to every
There's
character.
so much more story to Knuckles and Amy.
Knuckles, yeah, all of them. Shadow, every single character.
Yeah, dude,
But
Tails.
Son-
Did you know his? Do you know what Tails' name is?
Oh yeah, it was miles per hour.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
Miles Prower.
Tails Prower. Miles Prower. And it's a pun for miles per hour.
Yeah,
It's pretty funny.
it's good. It's really
Found
good.
that out today, actually.
Oh,
Just
really?
doing a bit of research. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, like I said, I don't know too much. I want to keep the conversation going, so I did a little bit of research, and miles per hour got me. I sat here and chuckled by myself for a couple minutes.
Oh, I
That
bet.
was so funny, dude.
I bet.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I sat here for a good couple minutes. It's like miles per hour, bro.
dude. I know. I wish I was there for whenever you found that out, because I knew your ass would sit there and laugh for it like at least 20
for
minutes.
a while. I have this thing where like if something tickles me, I have to forget about it, or like, just think about something else for a while to not continue laughing about it, or I will sit there and chuckle for a while.
What was
And
the
it's-
thing that I said? I said something the other night on
Oh,
that
shit.
call that like
I was laughing for it killed
fucking
me.
cooked you.
I couldn't stop, dude. I had to like get up and walk away for a minute. I was like, I can't stop laughing, man.
I don't remember. I wish I remembered what it was.
I don't remember either. Dude.
There's sometimes I just
That's
wish.
what I'm saying. I have to forget what people say, or I'm just gonna sit there and chuckle like to myself for the next hour.
That's why sometimes I wish that I recorded, like I record
Or
our
just
fucking
wrote it down.
yeah, like write shit down or like record
That's a funny fucking joke, dude.
record the calls. But like also, I feel like if we record the calls, we're incriminating ourselves. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
We're doing
Oh,
something
for sure.
more.
Which doesn't mean that we're doing anything nefarious. It just means we say stuff that we shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. No. But yeah, like if you go back though and you play like all these Sonic games and stuff like that, there's just never a time where you can just go fast. You know what I mean? Because there's always
for a character that wants to go fast, he fucking trips a lot.
no, yeah, because like especially like it started from the beginning. You go back to the first Sonic game. It's a platformer, so you're running, and then you're not jumping from like platform to platform to platform. You're running, getting stuck by something. You have to go turn into a ball, go through this path or whatever, fighting these characters. And also, it's say you do start hauling some ass. You're going too fast, and you're hitting like bad guys and enemies, and you're losing your coins, and you're doing your shit.
To be fair,
like,
I feel like that's just a skill gap, though. Like I couldn't do it, and I do exactly that. But I've seen people who were like flawless run Green Hill Zone 3.
Well,
or
yeah,
something.
because like that, you know, that's their
it's
whole
just fast
thing.
the whole time. But the thing is like, I think ultimately is like for a character that wants to go fast, there's a lot of things stopping him from doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just talking about it as like the normal everyday consumer of it, of like, because like the people that are like speed running it, obviously they're playing it over and over and over and over again to learn where these are, and they're gonna have to just keep doing it. Because of course you're gonna know what you're doing and not running into anything if you do it 1,000 times over.
Right.
But like for like the everyday consumer, this is like, say it's 1991, you unpack your, Sonic the
Unpack your
Hedgehog,
Genesis and unwrap your Sonic Hedgehog, man.
or what did it come out on the Genesis?
I don't like Sega. I'll look it up real quick, but I don't know.
I will say I did play a lot of Sonic Adventure, like the first Sonic on the Sega, that giant fucking brick of a handheld that they had. I don't remember what it's called. The Game Gear.
Game Gear, yeah.
That huge thing. I thought it was so cool though. I thought the Game Gear was so awesome. I played the hell out of it.
It was the Genesis. I'm not gonna lie to you. I guessed, but it was the Genesis. Yeah.
Well, because what? What?
Dreamcast came before.
No, Dreamcast came after. Because the Dreamcast was like
Really?
that side character in the console wars. But yeah. Because the Dreamcast came out in like 2000
The
something.
SG 1000 was their first.
Yeah.
The Master System,
Yeah, they had
the Mega Drive,
Mega Drive. I forgot
Game
about that.
Gear, the Mega CD,
Yeah, CD.
the Sega Pico, the 32 times, Sega Saturn. Ooh, the Saturn.
Yeah.
Dreamcast. Yeah, the Dreamcast did come out before the Genesis. Yeah, fuck, dude. I know
No?
my consoles.
What you said, the
Dreamcast
SG
came out in
1000.
1998. The Sega Genesis. Oh, the Sega Genesis Mini.
The Sega Genesis was their first console.
The what? Where it didn't say Genesis on
The
here at all.
SG 1000. Sega Genesis 1000. Because it's just like, there's another console that kind of had that. Because it's kind of like in the same, I think kind of like the same vein as like the PlayStation and then PlayStation 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You remember the Saturn though?
I forgot about the Saturn, and I forgot about
I did too.
the CD because you had Sonic CD.
Yeah.
Because I think that's when
And I mean, because the ones that I think are the Genesis and the Dreamcast.
yeah, because those are the big ones. Right, their very first console and their very last console is like they're like
Well, their most recent console was they re-released the Genesis.
yeah, but their last like main
No, they're the mini versions of. So it's Mega Drive Mini 2 and Sega Genesis Mini 2. And then they also released a Game Gear Micro in 2020.
Oh, well, those were that's them fucking copying Nintendo. Because remember when they did like the NES and SNES like mini.
Yeah.
So, but their last like main console was the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Before they tried just copying everybody else. Because like I said, they were like they weren't even a contender in the console wars, but they were up there. They were there. They showed up to battle, but they died instantly. You know what I mean? And only the three remained.
Yeah, the Dreamcast. I remember playing Phantasy Star on the Dreamcast.
Like I told you, when it comes to me and Sega, like I don't know. I really didn't play much. Like, and when it came to their consoles, like it was the Game Gear that I really put any time into.
Yeah.
But the thing is, whenever I did enjoy their games, I enjoyed their games through a Nintendo product. You know what I mean? Because I had like that Sonic collections or whatever that had, Sonic R, the OG Sonic, Sonic and Tails, or Sonic and Knuckles or whatever, and that's how, and it had Vector Man. That's how I found out about it. The Game Gear was really, honestly, the only thing that I like primarily played, and I only played Sonic. Like, there's no other.
I've never owned a Sega console, and I'm perfectly fine with not. But I know my buddy Will owned a Genesis for a long time.
Yeah, it was
I don't
just
know if he still has it or not, but
it was just Sega. They were, like I said, they were there. But like
every one of the, except for the Sega Genesis, every one of their consoles was black.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
They just-
Dreamcast had a white variant, but
wasn't Mega Man a Sega thing?
maybe, probably.
I'm pretty sure Mega Man is a Sega character. Because I think he came out pretty big on.
No, Mega Man is primarily a Nintendo character.
Oh, he's Nintendo.
Mhm.
I can't remember. I thought maybe he was on one of the Sega consoles.
Yeah, he was. He was on every Sega console
He was on
because it's made by Capcom. It's not made by either one of those companies. Capcom sells their games to fucking everybody. So he was on the he was on the Sega Genesis, the Game Gear, and the Saturn. But
Yeah.
he's primarily a Nintendo character.
Oh, he was just on like okay. Because that's what I thought. I thought a lot of like Mega Man shit came out on the some sort of Sega console, but I couldn't remember which one. That's like a character that I want to get into. You know what I mean? It's like
Okay, well here we go.
But,
It was published by Capcom for the Sega Genesis.
okay. So it came out on the Genesis, or
It
was supposed to.
It was published for the Sega Genesis.
Okay.
So
So
I don't know.
He was
Yeah,
originally
because the
supposed to be.
AI overview that Google does now says no, Mega Man is primarily a Nintendo character, according to Wikipedia. While some Mega Man games have been released on Sega systems, the majority of the franchise's core titles have been released on Nintendo platforms. So I'm thinking, I mean, because Mega Man: The Willy Wars was the first.
The
like-
Willy Wars.
Well, it's Wily Wars, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's there. 1994.
We go to
Was
Willy
Wily
War
Wars.
every night. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It was published by Capcom for the Sega Genesis. Oh no. This was released for the Genesis, but it was a compilation of remakes from the first 3 Mega Man games, which were originally released on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Okay, so he's a Nintendo guy that was brought to Sega.
Oh, okay. I don't know why. I don't know why
Then
in my
when
brain
Sega
I just
stopped
associated
making
Mega Man.
consoles, when Sega stopped making consoles, he thrived.
I'm pretty sure there's some Mega Man games on like the Xbox, weren't there? Like the 360.
Yeah, so I think it was like 20. I want to say 13 to 15, somewhere around there.
There was like
a
some
Mega
newer
Man.
shit.
Well, it wasn't a new game. It was a Mega Man Ultimate Collection, which was Mega
Oh.
Man 1 through 10 came out, and I played that a lot actually. But yeah, they started making Mega Man games on every console now.
He's just one of those console
One of those
whores.
guys, man. That's because it's made by Capcom. It's not made specifically by Nintendo. It's one of Capcom's poster childs. So
Fair enough. But yeah, back to the old Sonic. If you guys haven't picked up, this is probably gonna be a pretty short episode. It's not gonna be very long. It's just gonna be purely us talking about our times with it. And if you're somebody newer to the channel as well, we talk purely about our points and opinions of it. We don't really try to do any sort of research or anything. We'll do some. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I did do some because I didn't want this to be like a 20-minute episode. So
Yeah, no, we'll fill it. It's a podcast / like comedy show. We just we talk about shit and just be funny and whatever.
wasn't Pac-Man?
I
They
don't-
stopped
well,
making
he was a-
Pac-Man arcade.
he started off as an arcade cabinet.
yeah,
It's a Namco.
but I can't
fucking-
remember if he was like adopted by a certain game company.
I think he was adopted by Nintendo, but primarily Nintendo. It's like I think it's like a Mega Man thing. He was a arcade cabinet that started getting different games, and I think Namco had to pick a provider pretty much, and I
It was
think
released by so
Midway or whatever.
yeah. So no, he's not adopted by any game company. Midway is the same people who make the Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah.
So he's just another one of those characters like Mega Man, whereas just another game company
Free-floating
makes it and
character.
releases it. Yeah. I guess he is. I mean, there are Pac-Man games on Xbox. I'm sure there's Pac-Man games on PlayStation, but
Yeah, there is because they have a lot of those like Pac-Man adventure games where you're actually like a Pac-Man with legs walking around and going on a whole adventure. There's like a Miss Pac-Man adventure. There's something like that too. And then obviously he's in Smash.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm gonna bring my game cabinet in here when I finally get this room rearranged.
oh yeah. But yeah, like back to Sonic and the main thing that we're talking about there. I'll say it. I love Sonic. I do. It's a fun time, fun characters. Shadow is cool as shit. I'll say like my first real introduction into Sonic is playing DX, playing Adventure, and I played it on my GameCube, and I loved it. I thought it was such a great time. Like the music is what the music really captivated me. I'll tell you what, the music in Sonic games,
kind of good.
they're great, but they're butt rock. They're 100% butt rock, but it's good. Live and Learn, Escape the City, the Sonic Heroes opening. Dude, great fucking songs.
That's what I used on our reel today.
Yeah. And just even just like the level music. I don't know, man. It just brings when I was playing it, I was just like, ugh. You know what I mean? Tickling the ears because it just brought me back. Like just the music when you're out on the beach and stuff like that in the first couple missions and it's just I don't know. There was just something as a child that was so mesmerizing and fun. Because I mean, even kids like nowadays are still super into Sonic. You know, Sonic is gonna stay around for a very long time.
Braden loves Sonic.
Yeah, he's just it's just a great character. He's fun. He's cool. He likes chili dogs. I like chili dogs.
Even Cece, my fucking 5-year-old, likes Sonic.
Yeah, Catherine likes Sonic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Catherine has a bunch of Sonic shirts, and I've taken pictures of her sitting there watching Sonic, like the OG Sonic cartoon, the old XD or whatever the hell it is, and everything.
Wasn't it on Disney XD actually?
No, it was
I don't know that's true.
I think eventually it got on Disney XD, but it first came out in WB, I think.
It's a WB cartoon.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't put that in the tier list or whatever.
I mean, it
flew over my mind.
I think I've maybe watched a couple of episodes of that by accident. So
it was good. It was a fun time. It was one of those cartoons I don't really remember shit about, but
sucking on chili dogs.
But I just remember it being a good time. But
what's your who's your favorite character?
Do I have to say? If it's not obvious, knowing me,
I have not just an idea, but a very good understanding of who your favorite is. But we do a podcast where we talk about these things.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Shadow, hands down. Shadow, he's cool. He's
cool.
Black.
He's black.
No. But yeah, no, he's
edgy as fuck.
Yeah, because he was Sonic, but a badass. You know what I mean?
Sonic, but cooler.
Yeah.
Sonic, but he killed people.
He had guns, a motorcycle. He was red and black.
Dude.
He had jets in his shoes.
Every other hedgehog makes Sonic look super vanilla.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Silver the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
dude.
Silver is fucking crazy. You got so.
I mean, I know Knuckles. I know Knuckles isn't Echidna, but a lot of people thought for a long time he was a hedgehog as well. This also makes him straight up vanilla. So.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, a lot of people.
I will say Knuckles is my favorite. I do out of the main characters, right? I think Knuckles is my favorite. As far as side characters though, Vector the Crocodile. I love Vector the Crocodile.
Hey, he's just a cool dude.
Yeah, he's just a sick dude.
I like SBO because I like that he's kind of like this ninja thing going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turn invisible.
I think Tails is about the most annoying character in most franchises, but
yeah. Oh, he can't because he just sucks Sonic's cock, man.
Yeah, dude, and that's the most annoying part about it. It's you're a sidekick, but not even Robin acts that bad.
Yeah, he just don't get me wrong, love the loyalty, appreciate the loyalty.
It's cool,
but hop off his cock.
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
He just is on that thing, and it gets to a point where it's just you can stop. You can chill out.
You can genuinely chill out, bro.
Yeah. But he's still. Why do you like Knuckles? Why is Knuckles your favorite?
Knuckles? He's a tough guy. He can do it by himself, bro. You don't need nobody.
Don't need no man.
I also like this the Knuckles. You remember when Dan and Aaron played that game and you played Knuckles and you could just climb up those stalactites and just sit there for fuck's sake ever.
Yeah, it's
I
Adventure
think
2.
that is the I think that's the funniest thing. As far as like game breaking bugs, I think that's the funniest thing. And like for me, it sits in my mind anytime I think about it like a Sonic game. It's like in the entire week that we have been, promoting or talking about Sonic or whatever, the only thing that I continue thinking about is that bit of the game that Aaron played and how mad he was getting. It's just like, what is this game, dude? It's like everything that involved Knuckles in Sonic Adventures 2 was just funny to me.
Oh, I mean Shadow. Okay. All right. Reset yourself. Come back.
Collect your thoughts.
Dude.
Now return.
Collecting debt with his fucking brain, dude.
The IRS is living rent free, baby.
But anything with like Knuckles in a lot of the games, cause like even like Sonic Boom, you can
Sonic Boom. I've seen a bit of
Trash
Sonic
game.
Boom. It looks horrible, but it's like this looks kind of fun.
trash game. There's literally a whole part that you can kind of get to that you can just walk into where it's like uncompleted. Sonic Boom, alongside Sonic 06, they're two of the worst Sonic games. Like in the sense of like they're just not.
Is that the one where you play like a werewolf Sonic?
No, it's Unleashed. That one's just like bad to be bad. But like Boom and 06, like it's just they're broken games. 100% broken.
Completely undone games.
Oh yeah. Oh no, especially Boom. Boom is like there's so much of that game that just doesn't work. Or like you can, if you pay attention, you'll see a character like go from here to here, or like you'll catch them T-posing, like and like you catch them like T-posing and fully rendered like cutscenes, and it's just like, this is rendered. This is pre-rendered. Why are you doing this? Like, this is not generated. This is pre-rendered.
What I want is a reason why they are so bad. Like, what happened behind the scenes? What happened BTS that we like? I just want an explanation, really.
Yeah,
like why did we leave all of this unfinished and
there's
unanimated, or
there's a
just
part,
bad level design? Like,
there's a part in the Game Grumps like playthrough of Sonic Boom where like Barry like calls them into the office, and like you see it in the episode. They're like, he's like, you gotta fucking see this. Like it's just terrible. And then at the end of the game, there's like a bit that like, you know, they did the credits, and you know, Dan Aaron set through the credits. There's one that says quality control, and like I think Dan or Aaron was like, fucking quality control.
Yeah, you have an entire quality control team, and yet we got this, dude.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I want to know, like, when did we stop paying video game testers to find bugs for people, man?
Dude,
it's wild.
Honestly, not until like after the 360 and like those like Sonic Forces and shit like that did a Sonic game actually like perform. You know what I mean? Because like every Sonic game up to that has just been a buggy shit fest. You know what I mean? Like, even the ones that I love, like I just talked about with DX, with Heroes, with Adventure 2, and like Adventure 2 is one of the most highly regarded Sonic games, and it's a fuck fest of stupid shit. And I mean, even Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog has some of the dumbest moments in it. Because like the beginning of the game, where it's like the beginning or the ending or some part of the game, the president is sitting there talking about, you know, the world going to shit, and then he like looks on his desk and it's him, and it's like a picture of Sonic. Like the president of the United States has just a picture of him and Sonic, like shoulder to shoulder, just hanging out like two dudes going fishing and shit. It is so, it's so stupid. There's so many moments and like in all of those games that are just absolutely stupid, and just stupid moments in the game. If you haven't watched
Sonic's got the fucking keys to the city, bro.
Oh, pretty much, dude. If you haven't watched the Game Grumps, or just you don't even have to watch the Game Grumps do it. Just go watch a silent playthrough
A
of
little IGN playthrough.
of like Shadow the Hedgehog, and like I said, I'm gonna say this. I love Shadow the Hedgehog. I love the game. It's very nostalgic, and I love it. But that does not change that it's a stupid ass game. Does not. I love Battle Adventure 2. Does not mean that there's not some stupid ass moments in it.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. There are games that I like that are considered dog shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite games, a lot of people just don't like. Genuinely, BioShock Infinite, man. Just a lot of people don't like that game.
Yeah. No.
I mean, to be fair, I understand it. I understand why people don't like the game, but for me, it's one of the first games I fell in love with. I actually played BioShock Infinite before I played BioShock 1 or 2. So like, you know, I loved that game, and it's the reason I like the franchise. Like BioShock Infinite alone is the reason why I like that franchise so much. But like when it comes to like buggy messes of games, it's like you're gonna waste your time trying to defend the game when you just have to accept the fact that a bit of the game that you like a lot is a little bad.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I mean that's a testament to a lot of people. If you like a game, that it's okay to like a game that not anybody likes.
Yeah.
If you like,
It's
fucking,
okay to like Mass Effect Andromeda. It's okay to like that.
I don't know enough about like Mass Effect at all to even be able to judge it. I know for a fact that
for the next 20
Andromeda
minutes,
is
I can tell you
dog
what's
shit.
wrong with for the next 20 minutes, I can tell you what's wrong with Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, I've seen the bits of it. I've seen that it's like terrible, like the face mapping, all sorts of other shit. It's
Dude,
just bad.
the mocapping, the voice acting was bad. The level design was mid. The character development was awful. The romancing was weird. And it just, like, from what Mass Effect 1 is a classic. Yeah. Mass Effect 2 is the best Mass Effect game. A lot of people agree with me,
I always heard that 3.
but I'll
was one
die
of
on
the
that
best.
hill. Mass Effect 3 kind of, it starts to lose touch of the Mass Effect formula. But this is where BioWare becomes, kind of a mid-game company, is around the time of, the end, the halfway point to the end of Mass Effect 3 and leading into Andromeda. And then you have Dragon Age Inquisition that comes out, and they start like changing how their games operate now. And it all is just, it gets, the usual things that are wrong with games nowadays. You know what I mean? The Dragon Age Veilguard. A lot of people have problems with that game for very specific reasons, and it's a lot of the same stuff in Andromeda, but on top of having, it's not nearly as bad as Veilguard, but a lot of it is like just bad bugs in the game, bad writing in the game, bad level design. There's a lot of stuff with Andromeda. It's just like, you should have just made a sequel, than trying to reboot the franchise in a weird way.
Yeah. Yeah. So like it's okay to like games that are bad, because like I was saying, like talking like bringing it back to Sonic. Every Sonic game is pretty bad. Pretty bad.
A lot of them. Of them. You'll find more bad Sonic games than a good Sonic game.
But the thing is, I still love them. They still bring a lot of nostalgia to me, and that's like the whole thing. Why we're here? We're here to talk about nostalgia, and it just so I think Sonic as a video game is just purely nostalgia, But Sonic is, like I said at the top of it, Sonic as a character is great, hands down, a great character.
Yeah,
fun lore, fun side characters, fun main characters, fun everything. I see why it's such a huge success, and I love it.
I do too. And being on the other side of it is like, no, I don't really like Sonic. I don't put him up on a pedestal like that. But I do understand why people do it. He's classic, Yeah,
I personally,
one of the first big video game names that have been released. When you think video games and some of the first characters, Mario, Sonic, Pac-Man,
yeah,
the
He's
instant
one of the
classics, you know
OGs
what I
for
mean?
sure.
And he's one of the OGs for sure. So I mean, respect. But I mean, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
You
like
know what I mean?
for
It's
me,
like the main reason I don't like it, again, anthropomorphic animals, but also is big games and back in the day were platformers. And I've talked about both and I don't like both. And you know,
Yeah.
and you know, so no, I don't really like Sonic a whole lot, but I
you
understand.
got animals with thumbs, and I got to jump from platform to platform. I don't like it.
yeah, I have to deal with walking, talking animals with opposable thumbs and platforming. No thanks, dude.
Yeah, like to go on like what you're saying about like putting in like a pedestal. I wouldn't put it on a pedestal. I'd put it on like a step stool. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Like
yeah,
I'd put it there
Yeah.
because like he definitely like
like
I
a
said,
little pantry ladder.
yeah,
I get to the top shelf kind of thing. Yeah, for sure.
because like he is an OG. We have him to thank for
Like
a
I
lot of
said,
shit,
dude, mad
But, like,
respect.
and he did shape a good bit of my childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
And he did for a lot of people.
You know,
I mean, one of our good
gaming-wise.
friends fully has Sonic tattoos.
Oh yeah, no, Bryce was supposed to be
Fully.
be on the show. No, he is a die-hard
He's a
Sonic fan,
big Sonic fan.
and
And he's probably not going to like me too much because I don't think I've ever like specifically talked to Bryce about Sonic before and my opinions of Sonic. So like,
no, Bryce is good about it. He'll just tell you that you're wrong.
I mean,
but-
he's a chill dude. He's just like, yeah, well, you're wrong. So like, get fucked.
No.
I guess.
no, but yeah, like, and I'll say that even though, like, kind of similar to what you say, even though I'm not like I said, I put him on that step stool, but I can see and I fully understand the hype behind, because like there's some things out there like, oh, I just don't understand the hype behind it, but like I understand the hype behind Sonic. He's a great character. He's fun and funny, and you know, like, yeah, it can be cringy, but yeah, it's because a lot of the shit's made for kids. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I
But-
mean, in the same breath, I mean, there's plenty of Mario cringy out there.
Oh, yeah.
like tons.
Well,
You know what I mean? It's like,
there's just a lot of stupid shit for sure, but like Mario hasn't been put in the same light as Sonic has, because like Mario doesn't
Did you miss the
really
movie?
talk.
you missed that movie in the 80s, right?
Oh yeah, that, I mean, I'm talking
That's an
about
entire
like the
hour and a
character.
half to 2 hours of just cringe.
That's why Mario never releases out their shit anymore. I mean, Nintendo doesn't release their shit out anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I'm surprised that that new Mario movie was even
We're
made.
making a second one too, baby.
Yeah, but it
girl.
was fucking awesome. It's an awesome movie.
No, but I mean, so with the new Sonic movies doing as good as they do and are doing, I haven't played a Sonic game in it's hard to hear for me, about a decade or more. But
Yeah, what are you talking about? It's been like 20 years since I've played one.
you're playing one right now.
Yeah, I'm playing one from my childhood, but since the last
Yeah.
time I sat down and played it, it's been 20 years.
Yeah, I haven't played. I mean, it could have been longer.
Because you said the last one that you played was the Generations, the one on the 360 or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, 11. Yeah, it came out in 11. Yeah, 2011.
11.
It came out in 11, dude. 2011. But yeah, no, I played Generations, which was 14 years now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Which was fine. You know, it was okay. I think I played it because it had just came out.
yeah, the
And it
new
was,
game
like,
hype.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? I got it on
Give her
sale
a
for like
go.
$30.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just give it a shot. And I played it. I beat it. And, you know, it was okay. You know, but outside of that, I haven't played like, I mean, if they're any better about the platforming, like if it was a 3D platformer, I'd play it. You know what I mean? I don't really have a problem with that. I could get over the anthropomorphic thing. You
But
know?
I think you should definitely like check out like Forces or Frontier or whatever, because like those games were like pretty decent, and like it had cool music, and
Yeah.
they obviously like fixed some shit. There's still a lot of moments though where you start going fast, but like at some point you're just going too fast to
I
where
know
it's like
there was one that was super weird on the Wii. It was like set in the desert or something like that.
there's a lot of weird ones on the Wii, because you had the Black Knight, you had fucking, which was weird, and then
I don't know. There was some like
there's, like-
Egyptian
I don't know if
Sonic
it's
game.
I don't know if there was like an Egyptian one. But I do know that there's the Black Knight, which was set like more medieval, like you're basically like fucking
Medieval Sonic.
King Arthur, where you're pulling the sword
That'd be
out, kind of
sick.
thing. It's cool a little
It
bit.
sounds
but,
super. Honestly, just from that tiny description I got, sounds super cool.
but what's weird, like right at the beginning, it's one of those weird.
High fantasy Sonic.
It's one of those like cringy Sonic moments where he's like talking, he's like spiritually talking to like this like elder, like Elden Ring type, like you have no maidens like type lady or type shit.
Maidenless runt.
But like then he starts talking to this maiden about chili dogs. So it's like you're you're talking to this like Victorian castle bitch, and you're just like chili dog, like. And
Did
then
somebody say chili dog?
and then he's like getting a fucking black sword and shit. And then at near like the end of the game, you're fighting a dragon, like with this like yeah, you fight a dragon at some point, and you're like fighting this dragon that has this like what Aaron says is unavoidable chin move.
Oh
And-
yeah. Okay. Okay. I have seen the unavoidable chin move.
Yeah, that's from Sonic and the Black Knight, or Sonic and the something. I think it's the Black Knight or some shit. And there's like these stupid ass like motion controls. And,
Sonic's Holy Grail.
dude, Sonic games got weird, especially like the Wii. The Wii just had weird games. You know what I mean?
The Wii just had weird games. I remember there was on the Wii, dude. There was this M&M racing game I played on the Wii.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was really fun.
There was an
it
M&M
was
like
really fun.
there's like an M&M like sports game where like you're like doing
Yeah,
like
dude.
volleyball, you're doing like canoeing, you're doing
yeah, dude. They
so much
just
stupid
like the
shit.
Wii. The Wii just made games out of anything. You know, Nintendo was just making games out of literally any
Well,
IP,
yeah, no,
and
they were-
it was wild.
It was a new.
It was motion control. It was the
You-
motion control, man. They were just like, dude, Just Dance. I mean, come on, man.
Oh yeah, it was a new way to play games. So they were like,
Was it Just Dance or which one is the?
which one's the dancing one? Just I think-
No, there's two different ones. There's Just Dance, and then there's like the Microsoft one, right? Doesn't Xbox have their own?
Just Dance and Just Move or something like that. I don't fucking.
Just Move.
I'm pretty
man.
sure something was just called Just Move, but I don't know. I don't remember. Bryce, I tried calling, but James, you're wrong. Oh, there he is. Well, okay, I can. Bryce, if you want, we can get you into the call. Bryce. Because I can't. I don't have access to my phone because my phone is on being used as that. Bryce, on Facebook, send me your Discord name so I can add you on Discord.
Dance Central.
Dance Central.
Dance Central. Yep. Because this was so Dance Central was Xbox's answer to Just Dance, right? And their Connect, the Xbox 360 Connect. Just Dance and Dance Central, bro. I don't think Dance Central is even a thing anymore, but that's wild. I remember on the Wii I had a Dancing with the Stars game as well, dude.
Oh yeah.
That shit was fun. I used to be a big dude. I used to be a big dancer, man.
You like the pop
I
and
used
lock
to
it
be
and
a
everything?
Big dancer, brother.
Gotta add Bryce so we can get Bryce here into the call.
Bryce is about to straight punk me, dude. About to get straight up punked.
Okay, there he is. Okay, now we just gotta add Bryce. Bryce, I'm adding you to this call real quick.
On the Discord.
Yeah, on Discord. So just join that call, and then you can come and talk to us about Sonic. While we're waiting for Bryce, there is something that I do want to talk about with the channel. We'll take a small little break for a second, so that way I can
Howdy, partner.
talk about this. Well, he got in here pretty quick. But I do want to talk about this for a quick second before we go forward. So
Anna's on camera.
Huh?
That Anna's on camera.
I know Anna was on camera for a split second. She's looking for something. But so just to talk about it for a quick second for the people that are still watching, for the people that didn't, we've talked about several times about having this little submit form for everybody to submit like your music and art and all that stuff for the beginning of the show. It's finally out. It's finally ready. It's ready to go. We have this whole thing right here. So the form, obviously will just describe everything that, it does, have a place for your name, if you just want to use a different name, email, so that way we can contact you, places to upload, rather a file.
Over, you cut out.
Huh?
Start over, you cut out.
I cut out from the very beginning?
Yeah.
Shit. All right. So, rewind it. We'll go back. We talked about it before about having a submit form for you guys to submit your music and your art and everything for the beginning of the show, that 10-minute pre-show. We finally have that. It just shows all like the information, your artist name if you want to use a different name, your email for us to get a hold of you, a file uploader for both your art and your music, an art link if it's linked onto like a website or something, music link, ways that you would prefer to pay. So like rather Cash App, PayPal, and then we have 4 different options: 2 for the art, 2 for the music. So 1 to, submit your art. It'll be $5 to show throughout the pre-show. We just put it up there with your name, the art. $8 for us to check your art out after the pre-show, like basically review it, shout you out, and it will still be shown through the pre-show the whole time. Same with music, $3 to submit your music. It'll get played once. And then, it gets played in the order that they're submitted. And then we have the other one where we'll shout you out, like $6. We'll play it, and then also we'll shout you out at the, the start of it. And all the other terms and, legal fun stuff that you can kind of go through. But we highly recommend, if you guys want to start doing that to, if you guys want to show off your music and your art and everything, that is there. It's in the link tree. That's in our bio. So you guys can go, check her out and start submitting your stuff. Also some other things.
Submit your shit.
To do. Oh, what were we talking about? I know you guys, we had that small like little break for a second there, like where we didn't upload for the weekend. We're trying to get caught up, with some stuff. Trying to get caught up with like edits and get back on pace, because we just kind of we slowed down a little bit, because we're trying a different editing style and we're trying new content. So that's it was a lot easier the old way that we were doing it to bust shit out. So we're trying different stuff. So bear with us. We might take like a small break to get caught up, and just beware of that. We'll post it on Instagram and stuff like that. But just trying a whole bunch of new stuff. Give you guys a whole new channel. At that point we'll take that break. Start
rebranding already?
No rebranding. We'll bring you at that point too. We'll bring you season 3 of Sweet Nostalgia podcast. You believe that? Season 3, because we've already done like a good handful of these since we started season 2.
Yeah, just a good handful. Yeah.
But back to the
every week for what, 6 months?
Huh?
Every week for like what, 4, 5 months, 6 months,
something like that. Doing it for
I don't remember.
For a minute. But back to the main thing, Bryce. What's up, brother?
What's up?
Yeah, we got Bryson here. Bryce is an old friend of mine, a slightly old friend of James's. I've known Bryce since he was a wee little fetus.
Oh yeah, I knew Bryce since he was pre-diabetic.
Pre-diabetic.
Yeah,
for that whole short month.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking short month too.
Yeah, that was no joke. A good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But Bryce is our local Sonic connoisseur.
We called in the expert.
Yeah, we got the like. I got a guy that come in and look at this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got this unpackaged Japanese copy of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I got a guy to come in and
Price
look
it
at
for
this.
me.
Yeah, like some Pawn Stars shit. But
Hardcore pawn.
hardcore Sonic sounds like a fan fiction for sure. The Sonic fan fiction. Let's talk about that.
Let's not.
That's a chili dog I don't want to see.
Ooh,
Dude.
okay.
The Sonic fan fiction is tough.
Wild even.
It gets crazy. Like there's ones like that bring in Mario and bring like
Anthropomorphic animals, dude. Breed is a breeding ground for, well,
breeding.
breeding.
Yeah. Reading about breeding, you know what I mean?
That's right.
It's a hell of a time. But Bryce, so it's we'll do it interview style. So like run us down your time with like Sonic. Like what was the first Sonic you played?
Well, definitely Adventure 2. I actually messaged you. I was going to say you forgot Pumpkin Hill Rap. You can't forget that one.
Dude, there's so much Sonic. You know what I mean? There's so much Sonic.
What the hell is Pumpkin Hill Rap?
We'll let Bryce explain Pumpkin Hill Rap to you.
Basically, you said Knuckles was your favorite, but bro, all his like Sonic Adventure 2 maps had weirdly, unusually like hardcore treasure hunting rap music to it.
Yeah.
It was just unnecessary, but it was good for whatever reason.
have to look that
Sonic,
up, dude.
yeah, Sonic Adventure 2. It had so much the music in it was unnecessarily good. You know what I mean? Because like that's where you got Escape the City, you got Live and Learn, and then those. What you're talking about was like with Knuckles. Like the best part with playing with Knuckles were those treasure hunting maps. Like it was just super fun because you're running around chasing like emeralds and shit, and you would have like a little indicator at the bottom of the screen. It'll start beeping and vibrating and stuff like that the closer you get to it, and you just burrow into the ground and everything and get the emerald. And that's essentially what it was. You know what I mean? It's this huge treasure hunt, and it was a cunt to do, dude. It was sometimes it was a bitch. It was very frustrating as a child.
I know how y'all are. I don't know how you guys treat your channel, but fuck that fucking prison one where you're like timed with 3 minutes to find the emerald or you're gonna blow up.
Oh
That is
yeah.
terrible.
Oh, I've seen clips of that actually
Yeah, any timed thing of doing that is just terrible.
in most video games.
Especially if you like forget to get the thing where you can dig, so you actually like have to find them the hard way.
Oh yeah. Dude, there's moments in Sonic Adventure where like it's hard. You know what I mean? Like sometimes like Sonic games, they're hard. They can get a little difficult. Oh, since you're on the call, Bryce, what was the Sonic game that you're playing at your parents' house that I came in to try to help you beat the boss? Was that Frontiers or Forces?
That was with RJ, wasn't it?
No,
Uh,
it was just me. I came to your parents' house and we sat in your room and I tried helping you beat the like boss or some shit. Was it
might have
Forces
been
or was it?
Forces. I want to say that was Forces. So it was that like last boss that you do.
Yeah, because you're still living at your mom's, so your parents' house. So it had to have been like 2017, right?
Yeah. If you get to like these certain checkpoints and then you fucking die. And like instead of sending you back to the checkpoint, it's like, hey, let's just restart this whole boss battle.
Oh yeah, that's old style gaming for you, brother.
Oh.
That is like, I love that game because you get to customize your own little hedgehog and be a furry briefly without the sexual aspect.
Yeah,
But I hate that game because it's so fucking frustrating.
yeah. No, it.
What's the Sonic? This is something we just talked about recently. What's the Sonic game that's set in the desert? Like an Egyptian set thing.
I don't know if I played that one, to be honest. I was watching that. I couldn't think of it.
It was on the Wii.
That's what I was
I know
thinking. I
there-
can't remember one being set in the desert. Because the only ones that I remember from the Wii was Unleashed and Sonic and the Black Knight and was it Black Knight or was it like something stories or something like that? I don't remember.
Arid
I think it was
Sands.
Black Knight. Oh, there was one in the desert?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm reading. Continue.
But
I was gonna say, 'cause I could think of like the Adventure 2 boss battle with like the egg golem or whatever.
yeah.
But that was like as close to the desert as I could think of. Honestly, I'm surprised I don't have a copy of that game in my fucking Sonic Shrine room that you've seen, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, like if there's anything, like when we talk about Bryce being the Sonic connoisseur, he has a room dedicated to Sonic. You know what I mean? And has him permanently etched into his body for the rest of his life. So if there's one thing Bryce likes doing, it's going fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
I got
So,
fucking Sonic
I think-
cereal unopened for advertising the second movie.
I think
Over
I'm
here.
remembering Sonic Generations. It was the Dusty Desert level.
oh, okay. So there was one that was like
it first appeared in Sonic the Hedgehog 06
Sonic 06.
and other appearances Shadow Generations.
Speaking of Shadow Generations, Ryan, did you ever get a chance to check that out?
No, I haven't checked it out yet, and it's still like it sounds absolutely bonkers, and I want to try it. I want to play it. I'll just come over and hang out for a little bit and give it a go.
I got a copy of it on the Switch and the PlayStation, so
Yeah,
I'm prepared. I'll sit there and play through it with you.
Sonic 06 is what I'm thinking of.
Sonic 06 is I don't know. That's what I was talking about. Like I said, up until like the newer Sonic games have, no matter how much you love them or hate them, they've been trash games. They're
Right.
broken. And like I think Bryce, even you as somebody that loves Sonic as much as you do, can agree that the games are broken as shit.
I was watching you guys, and I was like, the camera angles, bro, like where you just like be trying to center your character,
Oh yeah,
and you're just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's fucking panning off into the ocean.
yeah. I was playing.
So wild.
I was playing Adventure. I was playing DX or XD, whatever, and just the whole time, you know what I mean? That's what was going on, was just the camera dead panning off into somewhere else, or like I can't get Sonic to center in there, or I'm trying to, do his honing thing, and the camera just goes somewhere else. That fly is going right into the camera.
Yeah, it is.
All
dude.
that.
It's pissing me off.
Did you get it?
Got him. I got him.
Got him. Got him.
What's up, dude?
Get some spider
I just
senses
took a
in
life
there.
on stream, bro.
We're gonna
I
get
just straight murdered a fool on stream, guy.
this fucking stream's gonna get taken down now.
It's crazy, dude.
Just
License to kill.
animal abuse on here, dude. But yeah, no, like there's so many times and so many Sonic games. Like I was talking, I don't know if you were there watching it, but like playing the first adventure, like just that beginning level on the beach when you have to go find Tails after he crashes his plane, and you just run into a wall because you're running too fast, or you get sucked into something because it's just glitched and weird, or like that first, like I was telling James, like that first like loop, you get like shot out of it or just run off the side. Just
Yeah, they made that a lot better and simultaneously worse on Frontiers, because like they gave it like that Breath of the Wild style map, but you're going so fast, like it's almost impossible to find anything. And I think the only redeeming quality for that game was the fact that they got Kellen Quinn to do the soundtrack, just for my little emo heart.
yeah, I did think that was like super cool to get, someone from our emo past to come and do some of the music, because love or hate Sleeping with Sirens, I mean, dude has a good voice,
Oh, yeah.
and
And then with that like Japanese metal group that he was with, it just made it that much more.
oh yeah, it was sick. It was pretty sick. It was like almost like a, anime opening kind of song. I'll say Sleep Token just put out a song that's pretty anime opening like. It's really good.
Have you heard Caramel by them?
I like that one, but not as much
It's
as
a good one.
what was that Sleep Token song that I said that had like that anime opening?
Was it Windswept?
No,
These are the new album songs.
yeah, these are new ones.
Yeah, that's why.
Emergence?
That
I think it's Emergence is one of them. That Windswept one is the one that annoyed me. Yeah, that
Windswept annoyed you?
Yeah, because he says the same thing. Literally, I counted it like fucking 20 times.
I like Windswept. Damocles?
That's
Damocles is a good song.
What if you're
All
a
right,
fan
James,
of Sleep
I can-
Token? Check out the new album. It's pretty good. Not like a promotional
Yeah,
thing.
we're out here stroking off Sleep Token.
Check out the new Sleep Token album. It's pretty good.
Sleep Token's really good.
James, you were wrong about Sonic. I can be wrong here if you guys want me to. But unpopular opinion, the whole entire new Sleep Token album was a dumpster fire.
The
Ooh,
new one? Mm,
That's a hot
Yeah.
take, man.
I don't know. I
They-
think it's not bad.
They were trying way too hard to recreate Take Me Back to Eden while simultaneously whining that their identities were leaked, even though they have other bands where they didn't hide their identity and they sound exactly the same.
Yeah,
Was
fair.
meant for me.
Fair enough.
that's fair.
Was not a move for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I get it. I truly get it.
I just appreciate it for the sound.
Yeah, they
I
said,
just thought they tried too hard to go back to like, oh, Take Me Back to Eden blew us up. Let's recreate that exact album.
Yeah. Dude, the first song I ever heard by this is the last thing I'm gonna say about Sleep Token. The first song I ever heard by them was Alkaline, though.
that one was good. That had Alkaline. Missing Limbs is my favorite song off that album.
Missing Limbs is good.
But yeah, back to Sonic. What would you, like I said, we'll do this interview style. What was your guys' favorite Sonic game and your least favorite Sonic game?
Both is the same answer.
Okay. I mean,
Sonic
it kind
Heroes.
of can be.
Sonic Heroes, dude.
So
But
Sonic
I don't
Sonic
know.
Heroes is your favorite and your least favorite?
Yeah, it's like one of the only ones I've played. Well, no, my least favorite would have to be Generations. Out of the ones I've played, right? I think it would have to be my favorite is
So-
Heroes. My least favorite is
How many Sonic games have you played then?
Two.
Since you're, so you have virtually no
genuinely.
time in Sonic.
Yeah, virtually zero, which is why I had to do a bit of research today because I don't really know a whole lot. I know a little. I don't really count the games I've played like a level of because I've played a level of Sonic the Hedgehog and like some of the older ones. but,
Yeah, like I've never played like the OG ones like all the way through.
I've never really played them, but I've played Heroes. I've played a lot of Heroes and I've beat Generations. So like I think my favorite one is Heroes. My least favorite has to be Generations.
Why is here? Like now I'm gonna ask the why. Give us the
I like the grinding, dude. I think it's sick.
oh in Heroes.
Yeah, I think it's super sick.
You would
But Generations, I don't know, platformers, man. You know, it's not very fun for me.
Yeah, I
just
don't
don't really have a
I
good
don't know.
time
I don't
doing
know. I still kind of don't understand why you don't like platformers. I don't know if it's just me and like my enjoyment of platformers, but
For me, it's I prefer a complex like video game. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And not saying like platformers don't have complexities to them because they can be very complex. But like
on the
as a
surface they're
whole-
not complex. But like if you
exactly as on the surface, platformers are not a very complex thing, right?
yeah.
And like I just prefer a more dynamic, complex game. So for me, platformers don't really do that for me. So I don't really like playing them too much. I'll play them. I have played them. I beat all of what there's a roguelike game that I beat the other day. I don't remember what it was called, but
Beat
it
all
was a
of
platformer.
Doritos Crash Course. that's a platformer.
I spent a half hour doing that.
Yeah, we did. Well, technically
You know,
longer
I mean,
because we had to
but the thing
redo it.
is like a lot of the new roguelike games, which I do enjoy a lot of roguelike games, they're all platform. Like not all of them, but a good chunk of them are platformer games. Like there's Bravery and Greed. There's something Soulwell or something like that. I don't remember it. But anyways, a lot of the games roguelike games that I enjoy are platformer games. But platforming roguelikes I think are fun. As far as like adventure roguelikes or adventure platformers, I don't really enjoy them too much.
So like you couldn't just like sit down and enjoy playing like a bit of Mario, like just for the fuck of it. We're just all hanging out. It's like, hey, let's play
That's not what I'm
OG
saying.
Mario.
It's like I can't in my spare time, right? I'm not gonna go play Mario by myself, you know. But if I'm hanging out with folk and people want to play like the new 4-player Mario, whatever, sure, I'll play it. I don't have a problem with that. But like if like to go out of my way to play a platformer game by myself is not going to happen. I don't really enjoy that. So, but I mean, I'll play anything that's like 4-player. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to sit down, grab a Switch, Joy-Con and play the new Mario Party, or not Mario Party, but the new Mario Adventure game. Sure, I'm totally down for that. But like
To an
again,
extent, I totally
Yeah.
agree, because like the old Mario games cannot get into them for the life of me. But like
They're
the
not-
open world,
yeah.
like Odyssey or
super fun.
64, great
Super
game.
fun. But yeah, dude, as
Odyssey
far as like
Sunshine.
platformers, I don't really like go out of my way to play them. You know what I mean? Unless they're like very specific type of platformer.
Yeah, I get it. Like for platformers for me, like I like the whole idea of the like speed running of a platform game. You know what I mean? And then like
and I'm
like
not
especially
at all
like the
interested in speed running anything. So.
like well like I don't know if I would ever speed run it, but I find it fun and cool because I think I like the
Hollow Knight was the game I beat the other day.
yeah Hollow. I was about to say like with the newer ones, I like the theme of Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight looks sick. Shovel Knight, all
It is
that
very,
stuff.
very fun. Shovel Knight's another good platformer roguelike.
But like
Well, it's not really a roguelike.
but
Anyways, go ahead.
I don't know. I like how they work. Just trying to jump on the thing. You got your basic attacks and stuff like that, and just trying to
Yeah.
just jumping around. I just like being a dude and jumping around. But
Yeah,
I
I
do
mean,
like.
your Metroids, your Castlevanias. They're
Those are still
very,
borderline.
Well,
It's
those
like a
are
whole nother
very.
thing.
Do what?
I said those are borderline and it's its own thing. It's like yes, a platformer,
But at its base, they are platformers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You jump on the platform, you kill the thing, and then you jump on another platform, rinse and repeat until you get to the boss, right?
Yeah.
But there are more complexities in, Metroid and Castlevania. But as like baseline platformer games, like
Yeah,
your
on the
Sonic or
surface.
your Mario, they're very simple games. You know what I mean? And like I said, I perform a more complex game.
no, that's fair. All right, Bryce. What about you? What's your your favorite Sonic game to your least favorite Sonic game?
Obviously, and you know me, the favorite Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
That whole third movie.
I've really got to give this game a shot, dude. You guys, have
No,
been talking
you
about
do.
nothing but
Yeah,
Sonic
like,
Adventure
if
2.
you gotta
See
give
the third
anyone,
Sonic movie.
no,
I haven't seen any of them.
he hasn't seen any of them.
I was gonna say. if you
I
saw
don't know.
the
I don't
third
know if you
Sonic
saw this
movie-
part, but I don't really like anthropomorphic animals or
You don't like
any
talking animals.
anthropomorphic. I don't.
Yeah,
You remember
yeah.
that? You remember that old cartoon movie, Little Toaster? I watched
Little
it.
Toaster.
Yeah, it's about this. There are appliances that can talk. They're just anthropomorphic appliances, and I hate that movie.
The like Sonic movies, they even made me cringe. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It is like very cringy. Like the power of friendship will
I've heard it's.
propel you through everything.
I've heard it's a
type
lot
deals.
like the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies.
I can see that. Yeah.
Like very,
Like-
very, very geared towards kids.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Sonic 3 was definitely a shot up there, like adventure fans, because that whole movie, start to finish, was just Adventure 2, the movie.
Nice. I've been meaning to watch him because, like I was telling Ryan, Ben Schwartz, who voices Sonic, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, he's super good. Like he kills it as Sonic. I wish they would have recasted Knuckles personally, but like,
Yeah,
Knuckles?
I'm also on that boat as well because like I do not like his voice. I love the actor. Love the actor.
Who did Sonic? Or,
Idris Elba or whatever. that-
Idris Elba did
Yeah,
Knuckles.
it's dumb. It's honestly dumb. They did
like
the whole
them
they did this whole
meathead.
Sonic Boom type shit. They just made him a meathead. He's just like I big strong kind of guy, and
He
it's just,
does not actually talk like that. Please tell me he doesn't actually talk.
No,
Like
No,
he,
it doesn't-
kind of does. to be
kind
honest.
of yeah.
Oh
Cause,
man,
so he talks kind of like because how his people are kind of like this indigenous people or whatnot, you know what I mean, from like the
Yeah.
tribe and shit, and he kind of still talks like that, you know what I mean, very bare
You ever seen,
bones.
like- you ever seen the YouTube video Hedgehog the Sonic?
I have, yeah, a long time ago.
It's like that scene where Knuckles is like, Eggman, you have my emeralds? So that's him through the whole fucking movie.
Oh no,
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
That sucks, dude.
And I
was hoping more of like the animated series Knuckles, dude.
well my thing is like, well, something that I've never understood, like I don't understand with, like, I can maybe understand the Mario movie and not casting I'm losing his name, but the guy that voiced Mario, I can get that. But like with Sonic,
Chris Pratt?
no, I mean like the OG like voice of Mario and shit.
Oh,
And
okay.
but like with Sonic has been talking for years now. I don't see, even though Ben Schwartz didn't do a bad job, you hired somebody that's done the voice of Tails. Tails sounds like what he does in the games. Why couldn't you just rehired one of the voice actors that did the voice of Sonic?
That
Like-
is another thing. Sonic has had like what, 6 voice actors?
Oh yeah, no fucking what's his name from Did I do that? He was the first
No,
voice
fucking
of
Urkel?
Urkel. He was the first voice of Sonic.
That's
But-
crazy. I would have never
What?
guessed that.
Yeah, Urkel did the voice of Sonic. But
He
they
has
could,
had 7 English voice actors.
yeah, and one of them is
Ryan
Urkel.
That's
Drummond,
close.
Jason Griffith, Roger Craig.
I think it was
Craig
Ryan that
Smith
was
and
one of the
Ben
best
Schwartz.
ones.
Whoever did Adventure 2 has my vote, but Ben Schwartz is really good.
That's Ryan Drummond.
Yeah. Ryan was the one that a lot of people love, and they could have just taken all the voice actors. Honestly, they should have just taken all the voice actors from Adventure 2 and brought them all back, because everybody wanted Ryan to come back anyway. And then I think, even I haven't watched the third Sonic movie. I don't think Keanu didn't sound bad, and if you go back and watch some of it, he sounds kind of close, but at the same time too, you could have just got the voice actors.
I'm not gonna lie, Keanu Reeves as Shadow, perfect cast. Like
Really?
arguably better than Adventure 2,
Really?
in my opinion. Like he was fitting.
Right on.
I see.
Like,
I haven't. I've only watched the trailer.
But after about like 15 minutes of the movie, honestly, I kind of forget that it's not.
Ryan Drummond did the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog as well.
Yeah, there you go.
That was crazy.
But the voice, like the biggest complaint is Knuckles when it comes down to the voices in the movies. Knuckles
Yeah, it's
is
wild.
the worst, I think. Love the actor, love everything. I've loved pretty much any movie that I've ever seen him in, especially as
Idris
Heimdall.
Elba?
Yeah, especially as Heimdall in the MCU.
Suicide Squad was okay.
Oh yeah, he played what's his name, Killshot or
Killshot.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Like Killshot in the remake.
As far as before I hop off here, I got to take care of Hayden. But to answer your question about my least favorite game, I don't know if you ever played Sonic Collections.
oh
But
yeah,
they
yeah,
had,
we talked
like,
about.
A Street Fighter, like almost like Mortal Kombat Street
Yeah.
Fighter type thing. And I don't know if it was because I was a child and a little retarded, but I could never get past like the fourth fight.
I thought that game was fun. Because
It was fun, but it drove me insane.
oh yeah, no, because
Probably broke like at least 2 GameCube controllers on that game.
we
And
talked.
those things were like indestructible, so 2 is a lot in my mind.
Oh yeah, that is a lot because they are unbreakable controllers. No, I talked about collections because I talked about playing Sonic R on there.
Yeah, and I remember you said something about Vector Man because I got
Yeah.
my little like
No.
handheld Sega Genesis that has like 500 games on it or whatever.
Yeah,
And I
Vector
play Vector Man all the time.
Man's really good, really good. I think that reminded me of one of the missions in Adventure 2 or whatever that was really good, is all the pinball, or in Heroes, where like the pinball missions and shit like that, where you're getting shot around that pinball machine and everything.
A good game, but recreated that. And I think you guys said you were going to play it. It was Split Fiction,
Split
They
Fiction.
Mm,
pinball thing, and it was so cool to do. Like
we
they
should play
nodded
Split
at a lot
Fiction,
of like,
man. Split Fiction looks incredible.
Yeah,
they nodded at like so many games. Like there was like a Metal Gear Solid type thing, and like
okay. Count me in.
there's a Sonic reference. There's some Zelda references in there. Like you got to look for them, but they're there.
We got a bunch of
Like It
Easter
Takes
eggs.
Two, even you have an achievement. Like the same people that made it, It Takes Two has a whole like room where you go in and smash the vases and grab rupees and stuff, and have a Zelda achievement.
That's cool.
Surprised they haven't been sued
Told you,
yet,
man.
but-
We should play It Takes Two and Split Fiction, bro.
Oh yeah, no,
Get mad at
I'm
each
down.
other.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
we'd fucking yell at each other.
Oh, you will, and especially if you play A Way Out, like play the whole trilogy, bro. A Way Out pissed me off because I played with Zach, and
Yeah, that's what we should start with, is A Way Out.
like not to spoil it, but not spoil it for you. Eventually, you'll go head to head, and if one of you is better at shooters than the other, you're gonna get mad. It's the way it was for me.
That's gonna be fun. That'd be super
Great.
fun near the end.
Zach sits there and like no life Call of Duty and like Fortnite and all that crap, and I don't play a shooter game ever. Once in a
I've
blue
been playing a
moon.
lot. I've been playing a lot more shooters than Ryan has recently.
Yeah, I've
Not
actually
Way Out.
I've been finding myself like just the other day. Like I have like Garrett bought me the newest, like bought me Oblivion, but yeah, I choose to sit here. I've been playing nothing but Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube. That's all I've been playing here lately.
I'm gonna hop off here. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, brother.
All right, yeah, appreciate you being on, brother.
Take it easy, homie.
No problem. See you later.
Later. I didn't even know he joined the call. I haven't been getting to know the Discord sounds. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's
Yeah,
Bryce. Bryce has been a good guy, been a great friend. Glad to have him on, and glad having a part of this. I've known Bryce since he was little. I'm the reason why he's a emo piece of shit now. You know, so it's been cool watching the kid grow up and then get him to come be a part of this stuff. But yeah, man, like I definitely recommend giving the Sonic movies a try. You know what I mean? Because
The movies?
yeah, the movies, because they're good. You know, they are geared towards kids a little bit here and there, but they're a fun time. You know what I mean? You put that
Yep.
away and you just shut it off. Don't critique it. Just be like, I'm watching a movie. You know, or you know, like being fathers and shit like that. You know, we've had to sit there and watch children movies. You know, against
Yeah.
our will.
I
So it's
don't
just
have no
like-
problem. I have no problem watching kid movies at all. Some of my favorite, like newer kid movies, are like I've talked about this before. Soul, I found was really good.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I
watched
love.
Inside Out. I've watched that
Yeah.
movie 30 times, and I'm still down to watch it. I think
You
that
know,
movie's awesome.
yeah, I was about to say I like Inside Out. I really like the Elemental or whatever, or Element, whatever it is, like with the water
Yeah.
and the fire girl. Well, the water dude and that fire chick. Like, I think you said you haven't watched it yet. I highly recommend it if you haven't.
The kids, I think, watched it last month or something like that, and it looked fun.
I love it. It's a great movie. Turning Red's great. The one with the panda. I think it's like the red panda. But yeah, those movies are good, and like Bryce has says, like it's been, the third one has been nothing but a nod to Adventure 2, and you know, as somebody that's played that, and talking to you, somebody that hasn't, highly recommend playing Adventure 2 because it is a good
I've
time.
heard good things about Adventure 2. I should probably give it a try.
It was badass, man. It was just, especially as like a kid, you know, like I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say like it's gonna be one of those things where it's a little bit rough now, you know, as a full grown adult playing this game, and especially with how games are much better now than what they were. You know what I mean? So it obviously makes it kind of hard, just like how we were talking about. Like if I were to go back, being somebody that's never played Oblivion, if I went back and played the OG Oblivion, I probably wouldn't have as much of a good time
Yeah.
playing the remastered version of it.
Yeah.
You know,
But like at the same time, Oblivion, the original one, they changed. So like with the newer one, they changed a bit of how the game works, and like the older system in Oblivion didn't age well. And I mean, even when you do play it, the older one, it's still annoying to deal with, like the level up system. Oh,
Yeah.
so annoying.
yeah. It'd be the same thing because like I'm somebody that thoroughly enjoys Fallout. I could play Fallout New Vegas right now and have no problem, or Fallout 3 and have
Ooh,
no problem.
I actually had a channel idea I want to talk to you about. How about doing a Fallout playthrough, but one of us uses the Pip-Boy app on the phone?
Sandrick. Oh, like we play Fallout 4, but then one of us has the app and like changes
Yeah.
our shit. That would be kind of
Yeah.
fun. That would be fun.
Dude, I was thinking about this the other day, just thinking of like things that we could do on the channel. I was like, dude, that sounds so fun, actually.
We can do that. We can do that as like a live stream or something like that, where
Yeah,
like
that
I'm
sounds
just
so fun.
like one of us has like the app and shit. We'd have to be in
Yeah,
person
man.
to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Drop. Sandrick. Drop it till you fop. I don't know what you're getting at. Make sure, say it some
I
shit.
was like, dude, you were saying that? I was not reading chat. And
So
I was
just
like,
having
what
a
the
stroke.
hell is going on, man?
I'm just having a stroke over here. Welcome to the chat, brother. I'd be on the app dropping stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's why what I would do. I'd just like switch your guns off and on like all the whole time.
Yeah, that's why I think it would be super fun. Just like start taking psychos and jet out of
Oh, yeah, that's
nowhere.
why that's
think
what I
it'd
was just about to
be
say.
So fun.
Start just giving you drugs randomly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just hit it. Dude, I use
I think you need a hit right now, brother. Just
Yeah.
put me on jet and time slows down. Like, oh fuck.
yeah, you're just like in the middle of doing something. I'll even do it when you're just like in the middle of a conversation. You're just like,
That's what I'm saying, dude. I thought I don't know, dude. I was just playing. I think I was playing Battlefield or Battlefront earlier yesterday, and I was just like thinking, I was like, what can we do on the channel that like just thinking of channel shit, right? And I was like, dude, playing Fallout with the Fallout app sounds actually very fun.
dude, I had the Pit-Boy edition of that game, like the hardback Pit-Boy edition. I put my phone in there all the time and like would wear
That's
it and
cool.
like would do it. Like it was way too much and it was super annoying, but because like you didn't get the added benefit of like going into your Pit-Boy stopping the combat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
literally like I had to do it quickly or I was going to get my shit rocked, you know what I mean?
But it
But
was still cool, man.
it was awesome. But I would definitely be down for that. That'd be fun. We would do it as like a live stream. Speaking of
That's
other
super
channel
fun.
things, I want to bring up again since we're you know
We're bringing it up again.
just one more time with the whole submit form, that submit form thing that we've talked about, just to
You
bring
cut
it up.
out.
Yeah, because I launched the whatever. To
You are cutting out so bad.
am I back now?
Yeah, you're back now.
Okay. Just to bring up the submit form one more time. We talked about this before of having a submit form for you guys to submit your music and art to the show, like for the pre-show, because we do a 10-minute pre-show at the beginning of every single stream. We would cut it down a little bit before, but that's before we start doing this. Now we're going to do it full 10 minutes. You can submit your art and your music to the show, and we'll showcase it for you guys. So the submit form, once again, it's the contact information, and the link is in the link tree in the bio of this of the YouTube channel, the bio of the Instagram, bio of Facebook, all of it. You have your basic information, explain what we do. You got your artist name, email for us to get a hold of you. Art file upload, music file upload, links for both, and then like your different payment methods, Cash App, PayPal, whichever one you want, and 4 different ways of doing it. You can rather submit your art, and it'll just be shown throughout the pre-show, and we'll show your name down below it as well. And then we got the submission, the art, same thing, but with like a review / shout out right after the show starts. Music, $3, play it one time. They also get played in order that they're submitted. Then a play and then shout out as well for different prices and all your like legal stupid stuff, to go check out and everything. But this is here. It's up. It's ready to go. We're gonna push it. I'm going to make a small little thing about it here soon, like on Facebook. I mean, on the Instagram and everything, talking about it. So just go keep an eye out for that. If you've got any art or music that you want to submit, I will be sharing it to people personally on our Instagram that I know that make music and everything. So if you're somebody that does that and you're watching, keep an eye out for that. Is there any other channel things that we wanted to talk about?
I don't think so.
Yeah. We like to just near the end of the episodes kind of like drop some of that stuff, and that's something I wanted to bring up a couple times. be aware of a possible like week break just to catch up on stuff like that, to revamp the end of season 2, kind of like what we did with season 1. You know, we've been doing season 2 for how long now? How many episodes did we have in season 2
20
of the podcast? 20
ish.
How many did we have in the first? I think we had like 20 in the first season as well.
Let me look at playlists real quick. Season 1 is 20 videos exactly.
Yeah. So, and I think you'd have to look at the ones after that to see, because I don't have them all playlisted right now. But so we might take like a little week break. Just we're not gonna stop working. Still have like shorts uploaded and still do the podcast on Wednesday. Just not an everyday upload. Just so we can get caught up, because we're trying a different method of stuff, and it's put a huge like workload, especially like on my end of editing, because we're doing this different editing style. So I like to be a week ahead. So if we can take a week off to catch up, you know, and play that whole catch up game and everything. So we're gonna finish out this week and
32.
Oh damn, we have more. But that way we can catch back up on everything, and so that way I'm not overbeared with, you know, editing a bunch every single day. You know what I mean? Because like what's kind of going on? It's like I'm editing up until like a couple hours before it comes out, and you know, at least like 8 to 7 hours before it comes out, and I don't like that. I like having everything done and ready to go, and also just, you know, that way we can just kind of focus on that. And I'm not so.
We also should look into why the older pods are not showing up on our live.
We'll take a look. I'll take a look into it. But anything else on Sonic related?
He's mid.
He's a good guy. Sonic's a good guy. Maybe we'll play one of the
he's a good
Sonic
character.
games on the channel. You know what I mean? We'll play a little bit. We'll play. How about we play a couple episodes?
I'll play Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time.
Yeah, we'll get James to play the Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time. We'll play like 10 episodes. How about that? We'll sit at the 10 or 5, you know, 5 to 10 episodes,
We'll get there eventually.
and see how you feel about it. And then we'll go from there. See if we want to beat the whole thing. You know what I mean? We'll do that. We'll figure something
Sounds
out.
good.
But I think that's about it for us on that. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a shorter one, because there's just, you know, like I said, we're just kind of putting our whole
It's
thing.
not really short. It's usually our
About 2
average.
hours. Yeah. Well, those average podcasts. It's not like our Star Wars and Marvel where we're getting off going, talking all night long. Or like our old podcast that lasts for like 5 hours. God, remember when we used to do that?
Mm-hmm.
There's some nostalgia for you. When Sweet Nostalgia used to talk for fucking ever. Jesus.
5 whole hours.
5 hours of talking. Great. Like, cause I mean, that was the whole point of the show, man. It's just a couple friends talking, hanging out. So, you know.
Facts.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming and hanging out and being part of this bit of a shorter episode. We're gonna yeah, that's the thing. I got distracted by that because I just look over and just saw this fucking floppy, flaccid thing on the screen.
Shit, James got his dick out, bro.
But so still expect normal uploads for the rest of the week, but then do expect like at least a week break just for us to catch up. And this is the end of season 2 of the podcast. Huge banger to go out on in season 2, but you know,
Sonic.
but we just kind of want to get revamped, get brought back into it. You know what I mean? Because like
I'll let you guys know right now, I'm coming back with a new setup.
because we've been doing this solid. Well, we're still gonna do the podcast on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Keep that
do
going.
Wednesdays.
But so
We'll
yeah,
be here next week.
still expect the podcast next Wednesday. Just don't expect any like edits and stuff like that to be uploaded.
Dude, hey, and it's gonna be a banger.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
you have to tell me. I forget which one we're doing after this.
Oh brother.
But
You're gonna have to do a little bit of research. I'll be honest with you.
oh, I think I know. We'll see. He says it's gonna be a banger and something I got to research. So I don't know fuck all about it. So get ready to listen to James talk for
If
2 hours.
if there's one thing James is capable of doing, it's talking for a few fucking hours.
So, you won't have to worry about him interrupting me the whole fucking time because he's gonna be the one talking.
Yeah. Get some questions ready for me though, man.
Oh yeah, no, I'll just go.
I know
I'll go
quite a bit
interview.
about
So
next week's.
I'll just go all interview style for it. So
There
yeah,
you go.
beware of that and be ready for that. And thank you all for coming and hanging out. We'll talk to you later.
Hugs and kisses.
Bugs and bisses.
Sorry, Mormons.